The situation in Cuba is dire. The regime has blocked internet to limit access to footage of what's happening. But those of us with contacts on the island are receiving reports of beatings, kidnappings, and executions of peaceful demonstrators. How's it going, everybody? For your mind here, this is what communism gets you. This is what communism gets you. And that all those pro-communist people like AOC, Bernie Sanders, the media, who say it's because of COVID relief and COVID, or not saying shit at all. Those pro-commies. They're pro-commies. They infiltrated our government and our media and are brainwashing people. This is hard to confirm, but because Cuba bans independent media, but to give you a sense of what's happening, the young man in the video, Ben Shapiro, featured today on his show, is from a town where we know people. We are being told the regime is murdering people. The world cannot continue standing idly by while the Cuban regime savagely assaults unarmed women and even children. The President of the United States, who hasn't really said anything about it, acts strongly and decisively. Let's end this once and for all. If you let them take your guns, this is what's going to happen in America. They're already coming after people who had just walked into the Capitol on January 6th. They're also going after text messaging for misinformation. We all know what that means. They're going to go after anybody who, says anything indifferent about the establishment. And they're going to send COVID strike forces to your door. Oh, wait, they're doing that already. No comment, AOC. Silence from the squad over Cuba's anti-communism protests. But socialist hero Bernie Sanders breaks cover to blame U.S. sanctions. It's the U.S.'s fault that communism didn't work in Cuba and hasn't worked and will never work in the entire world. It's always capitalism or the U.S.'s fault. It's always our fault, but it's never their fault. As a typical socialist and communist, can never take responsibility for themselves. Democratic Socialist voices, including Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, have so far remained silent on the issue of Cuba as protests take place on the island. Cubans facing the worst economic crisis in decades took to the street over the weekend. Authorities blocked social media sites in an effort to stop the flow of information out of Cuba. Thousands of Cubans on both sides took to the streets to capture images and videos to post online. Cuban authorities then blocked sites and apps including Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Telegram. In Miami, protests also took place with Cuban dissidents asking the U.S. to intervene on the island. Human rights organizations say they supporting young people on the island as they take to the streets and want the U.S. to intervene militarily. Breaking. Cuban state security forces detain independent journalist Deanna Stars as she was being interviewed live on TV by Marta Flitch of Spain. She has been covering the protests. If you're not a part of the regime's state-run propaganda, you will be arrested on the spot and probably executed.
¿Qué pasó?
Dina, ¿quieres decir algo?
Que no oye.
La seguridad está allá afuera.
¿Está afuera la seguridad?
Tengo que salir.
Te están llamando.
Voy a dejar a mi amiga aquí.
Sí, sal, nos quedamos en espera aquí.
La van a detener en directo.
No sé.
Tristemente la van a detener en directo.
No sé si podéis. Eso es, para ver qué va a pasar. A ver,
no podemos grabar ahora. No podemos grabar ahora afuera.
¿Podemos escuchar lo que le dicen?
Voy a ver.
Que no te pongas en peligro, evidentemente, pero si se puede escuchar la conversación.
A ver si se puede escuchar.
Pero no te pongas en peligro, por favor.
funcionario.
No sé si se ve, no sé si se ve.
Estamos viendo en directo cómo la seguridad llama a nuestro contacto en Cuba y habla con ella. Estamos en directo y no sabemos lo que va a pasar a partir de ahora.
Alguien de aquí habrá llamado a Cuba y habrá
A ver,
avisado que estaba en la
la estamos
televisión.
viendo por lo menos a ella, a ver qué ha pasado.
Ahí vuelve.
Dina.
Vale. Escucha,
Sí, Dina.
a ver, me llevan para Zapata y C en vivo desde España. Hago responsable al gobierno de cualquier cosa que me pueda pasar.
Dina,
Me tengo que ir.
Dina, sí, sí.
¿Te van a detener? ¿Te van a
No
detener?
lo sé, me dijeron que lo acompañaron. No lo sé, me dijeron que los acompañaron.
Va, vas tú sola.
No, bueno, sí. Mis amigos irán detrás.
Tus amigos irán. Bueno, pues
Me tengo que ir.
ve.
Bye.
It's absolutely heartbreaking. A independent journalist is getting detained because she's not part of the state-run propaganda. It's absolutely insane. That's what's coming to America if we do not stop this woke culture that's trying to push Marxism, socialism, and communism. They're all cuts from the same cloth. They don't care about the people. That's been evident with BLM co-founder. Instead of using the funds she siphoned from the organization, she bought houses for herself. She bought 5 houses, I believe. 3 of them multi-million-dollar mansions for herself, but not for people, and mostly white neighborhoods. Like, majority white neighborhoods. I thought she cared about Black Lives. I thought she was a Black Lives Matter co-founder. Oh, yeah, she is a trained Marxist. AOC not giving a shit about her constituents in her district. Doesn't care about them. Hasn't done anything for them. Yeah, keep telling me these people care about you. Keep telling me Antifa gives a shit about you. BLM gives a shit about you, the little guy. While they're burning down small businesses and assaulting regular people. Yeah, tell me they're not Gestapo. All these people do is they just want power. All these politicians don't care about you. Republican and Democrats alike, they do not care about you. The media does not care about you. These people want you dead. Both sides, they want you dead. They want you as slaves. That's why Kamala Harris is so out of touch saying you can't go to Kinko's to get photocopies if you're in a rural area. Have you never heard of CVS? Of course not. She's a big city elite who doesn't even need to be bothered to go to the plebeian places. This sign discredits the entire movement of what the media is pushing about COVID and COVID relief in Cuban, Cuba. Say it, sauce, Cuba. Communists are killing us. Yes, that's what the communists do. They don't care about people, and this is why communism and socialism will never work, because the U.S. and the entire world are not a perfect place where rainbows shoot out of our asses. It's not. It's a horrible place where people are selfish and will do everything and say anything to gain power. What do you think the politicians do? Why do you think every American is sick of the politicians that run our fucking country? They just say whatever it takes to get elected. Now, there's a very slim few that actually care. There's a very slim few that actually give a shit. But that's going to be a video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.